What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. And today we are playing, or we're hopefully going to try to play the Houston Texans. The 1-4 Houston Texans. We're still not on the undefeated season, but it's coming on as development trait. You know, Coach, the more I spend time, the more time I spend around Malik Hooker, the more I'm convinced that he's an elite athlete. He had some really impressive interceptions last week. This guy's an absolute ball hawk. Keep an eye on him against the Texans. If he continues to dominate, we might have something special there in our secondary. Who knows? Okay, we're going to have to hold him at 150 because there's no way Malik Hooker's getting two picks, forced fumbles, tackles for loss, and sacks. I don't see that happening. As well as I did get the commissioner. He didn't mean it to give it to me, but the reason why I have it is so I can. There we go. Justin Fields was hella close MVP as well, so. And there's some crazy guys. I think Deron Thompson should be this one. Or did they hold him back? Troy Brewer. I don't know, is Justin Fields already in this? Many times I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't think he is. That's crazy. Omar's gonna win MVP the year that younger than when Joey Burrow won the Heisman. So we're both commissioner now. Yeah. I do need to go do a couple things first. I want to scout my players, obviously, now that he gave me the option to fix the house. What I really had in mind, that's what I keenly wanted to do, so I got that done. Alright, so now we did this. He didn't answer, but we're gonna go ahead and do, you know, some enjoyable stuff. So first of all, one thing that I did want to do, was like the depth chart. So apparently, like I said, we've got all these guys. Come on, back market screen. All these guys. Receiver wise, I do believe we are going to have to. Unfortunately for this game, I think we might have to bench T.Y. Hilton. It does look like he's gonna make it back from injury in time. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna make it or not. Yeah, I know he's still with an injury, and you know, there's just he goes back, chance he doesn't. Anthony Harris still balling. Like always, Bobby Okereke. You get him back in the game. Anthony Harris is, you know, a phenomenal player. Yeah, so I think one thing I actually really quickly want to do is I do want to switch up how we use our playbooks a little bit. I think I want to switch up what playbook we're using. So we've been using San Francisco's, and we're going to continue to use it a little bit. But I think we might move a little bit into Seattle. I mean, Arizona, you know. We'll give some Seattle plays a try. Yeah, let's do it. Like I said, I've used so many playbooks. I don't like the Arizona playbook because it's all like play action for Kyler Murray, so you know, not a whole lot to do with that in that aspect. Yeah, I still getting. It's not sticking in for me, you know. Like this year, it's felt like Christmas came by, bro. It doesn't even feel like it's close. And, you know, I kind of feel like I feel like an asshole, you know. Like I feel like I don't care because I just expect stuff now. You know, and I don't know if that's entirely sure. That's just what I'm thinking for some reason, but like, I'm just not having that like, oh, dude, it's almost Christmas vibe, you know.
15 lining, 15 lining.
I don't know, but here comes Brissett. Obviously, it's what I want to do. A lot of read options to this playbook, and you know, I think the more we use it throughout the year, my brother will get used to it. That's what I think we need to do, because one day Jalen Hurts will may take over this team. One day Jalen Hurts will step up. Although some people may not want that day to come, it's gonna come. And we gotta be prepared for it, you know.
Down, 60 outlaw.
This game.
Ready, ready. Set, hut. Okay. Right. Hut, go.
Yeah, it's caught.
Set, hut. Get the flag. Blue draw, conquerors. Say go.
I gained yardage off that though.
Set, ready. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. H3 to 18. Cover.
I think we just ran the same 200 plays like 200 times as Max going off this game. You know, he had 100 yards last week against, you know, an opponent that he just could not run against. I mean,
Come on, set.
and he proved to, you know, be a menace. And you know, he wasn't excellent against the passing game. That's what we got to learn, dude. We got to get a passing game going, and you know, that's what we're in practice right now. You know, Jacoby Brissett, obviously, you know, I'm not gonna bench him for Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna keep him a starting quarterback here. He's still phenomenal athlete, making plays and such, but like, you know, he wasn't as, you know,
22, jet, bomber.
as successful because he had to rely. He didn't have a running game to rely on. And
Ready up. Set up.
we're stacking the box. My hands off tomorrow back any day.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's one of the greatest running backs in the league at this point. I mean, Michael Pierce is a force to be reckoned with, though. This is a line damn near every play. Ooh, stepped under that one.
Here we go. Set and read. Read good. 132.
I know Cobbs and that guy's been able to slip through tackles and make plays.
Set. 10. Touchdown.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, T.Y. Hilton was a big target last week. In the last week's win.
Ready. Right.
I feel like he was getting all the carries, but you know, I mean, it's just like it felt like, you know, yeah, it felt like all season, you know, T.Y. you know, was shadowed by these other receivers, Marlon Mack, and you know,
Okay. Ready.
it was just because we didn't face teams that could stop the run, and then when we did, you know, he balled out. So.
Hut go. Ready. 70 ending.
I'm honest. I think if this week we have to, you know, throw it, I think we'll be fine. You know.
On the double. 80 weapon. Ready.
What we've been scared about all week is, you know, Brissett can't be scared to take shots down the field. He can't be scared, you know, to let one rip once in a while. And, you know, that's really what it comes down to. You know, he's not, like, insanely accurate when he goes deep
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
because he has doubt. You know, they got to get that doubt out of his head. This is Paris Campbell with the stick work. And that's the guy that, you know, big role last year. Big, amazing, spectacular role. And I feel like that's, you know, the reason why they're not scoring as much. I feel like that's why, you know, they have to rely on a little bit more on their defense. So if I'm them, do I get am I gonna get Paris Campbell in the game more? Absolutely.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Set up.
One guy that was drafted they haven't is T. Higgins. You know, we'll see if he ever sees the field. But so far,
Down. 60 outlaw.
other than Isaiah Simmons, it seems like they all took the deck, and I think there's a good reason behind that. I think they all took the deck for a good reason. I think that the, you know, like Colts, you know, have a lot of really good talent in those depths of the chart, and you know, they don't want to just, you know, throw somebody in there. That's not a very accurate pass.
Ready, set. Ready, go.
They didn't draft Jalen Hurts that high because they thought he was the best value. In reality, let's be honest, they drafted Jalen Hurts that high because they see him as the future of this team. And, you know, he's going to, you know, we're going to see how he does. He's going to see a lot of a lot of plays under Brissett. Brissett's going to teach him what he knows and, you know, try to make him a better football player when the time comes. And I think that's what T. Higgins is too. I think, you know, I think he's a phenomenal player. I just think that, you know, I don't think he's exactly ready to, you know, go out there because, you know, what they have built here in Indianapolis especially, you know, you put on this uniform, you go out there and play, but you're playing to your hardest, and, you know, you're playing an incredible game. Sunday night, Thursday night, Monday night. I mean, you're playing a fantastic game, and you know, I think they think he could do that, but I think they want to wait. You know, I mean, Deion Kane, you know, it seems like his was a little bit. I think T. Higgins is fighting with injuries based on coming off of a huge college playoff, so you know, he's not been exactly rushed into and starting role. But I think, you know, the Colts talking about how he's developing in practice, you know. And he hasn't lost a step from injury, but, you know, Like I said, they're in no need right now to throw him in right now, and I think that
Ready and read.
as much as he would like to start his rookie season right now, I think that they're gonna delay it, and we'll see. I feel like I don't think he's seen a play yet, but I feel like sometime they're gonna toss him in there, and he's gonna make a phenomenal run for a starting receiver. And I think he can be. I think next year, a lot of one-year contracts. We'll see how good these players play with the one-year contracts, and maybe they resign Brandon Cooks, but I don't think in a significant role.
Let's go. 6-3 good.
I mean, if he doesn't want a lot of money, he just wants to be an Indianapolis Colt. I mean, why not give him a contract? Why not give him a go? Yeah, that's kind of where they're at right now. I mean, they're gonna give contracts people that want to be an Indianapolis Colt because they need receiver. They don't really switch out receivers too much. Marlon Mack takes usually the workload. Everybody else
Here we go. 15 line.
obviously falls in line.
Hut, hut.
I think T.Y. Hilton's one of those guys that'll stay at the number 1 receiver spot
Down.
until he retires, really. Dang, I think that some teams have incredible passing games, and some teams have incredible running games. With the Colts, with this incredible O-line, why wouldn't they build an incredible passing game? Why wouldn't they make a humongous passing game? Why wouldn't a rushing game? I mean, dude, they're like Quentin Nelson gets like a crap ton of pancakes. Look at this. I mean, any running backs. I mean, Marlon Mack obviously helps out a lot, but like any running back with this line is, I think can excel pretty well. So obviously, there's a lot to it about Marlon Mack making plays as well as they seen that as well as they gave him a huge contract. He's one of the highest paid running backs in the NFL. If not, he is. He's a top 3 running back in the NFL right now. And his streak of 100 yards isn't very long, but if you add it all up, he's averaging over 100 a game. So you get Marlon Mack on your fantasy team, and he's getting you 20 points a game. And the Colts will tell you that too, as I mean, I wouldn't say like Brissett's an incredible option, or Randall Cobb was a good option at a point. I wouldn't say T.Y. Hilton is somebody I'd pick up, as Marlon Mack is definitely a guy I'd pick up. Look at this touchdown. I mean, I think Jacoby Brissett is a system quarterback. And, a lot of people hate that. You usually don't put that on your team. But let's be honest. He hasn't done things. Bucky Hodges is a guy that will get more reps throughout the season. His seasons of playing as an Indianapolis Colt. He's already seen the field a lot. Look, dude. It's like, come on now. Like, dude, he's just a god. Marlon Mack is just... He's shown to be one of the greatest running backs in Colts history, I mean,
Here we go. Set.
Hodges plays fullback. I think he has a touchdown, actually. But I think they're gonna put him in a position where he's gonna start catching the football because, dude, the dude has hands. He's an athlete. He's just a born athlete,
On the ready.
Maybe at one point was a Baltimore Raven picked up by Colts, and he's getting reps with the Colts, dude. He's getting plays.
Down. Ready.
As, they want to work him into a significant role. They've already said that. I think he's very well could be the future of this team. That's Paris Campbell. Accelerate Paris Campbell, and this dude scores. So another franchise, Terry McLaurin, will be a significant role. I mean, that dude went off. Usually, I think the guy that usually gets the most reps and gets the ball most is the slot receiver. I think them boys make plays.
Set. Ready.
I think if I could start running different plays, everybody would get reps. You know, obviously when I play against people that like you have hardcore users, you know, I'm gonna have to set of plays that I know will work. As you know, Ebron had a pretty good season last year as well. I think he was up there with our receivers as a tight end. So I mean, you know, pretty good. 'Cause, yeah, I think Quentin Nelson is a guy that you know we're gonna resign when it comes down to it. I mean, there are our guys that like if we had to resign, I wouldn't resign. But there are no doubt guys that I want to resign. I think Eric Ebron should be a superstar development. I think honestly we need to get Millie Cooker. He deserves it. Only person that deserves it more than him is Pierre Desir. Pierre Desir never even got a chance to get superstar development. That always just annoyed me though. So. Ryan Kelly's doing pretty good. Michael Pierce makes plays, so you know. You know, we're putting Ryan Kelly against him, you know. Hunter Henry was in a trade, you know. Hasn't done a ton this season. Which technically isn't a bad thing, you know. It just means the fact that, you know, I don't think he's really done anything wrong. Or right. Depending on, I don't even know his name. There's a lot of guys that I think on the team, you know. When you're not like, damn, bro, you retard. Like, if you're not saying anything about him at all, it's probably a good thing. But there's definitely people on this team that, you know, you're not saying anything about their name because they're not getting open, they're not doing their job, they're just covered all the time, you know.
Let's go now. Ready.
Like I said, any game I'm gonna side with Jacoby Brissett and Jalen Hurts. There's not gonna be no difference between the quarterbacks. I said they were phenomenal. I never said that they were they didn't have weaknesses, and
Let's go. 70 ended. Ready.
definitely both are gonna have fumbling issues as Campbell might be gone. No, I thought he had a step. Quincy Wilson stayed with him stride for stride, interesting enough. Yeah, I'm pumped. Like next year, dude, there's gonna be a lot of our rookies this year starting. You know, probably thinking, oh, why you have to wait till next year? Like Isaiah Simmons will move down to linebacker. It's just things that you know we'll have to wait to do. But yeah. Justin Houston's another guy that makes hella fucking plays, dude. Ugh. Thought I had a first if I gotta go away from Michael Pierce.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready, go.
Campbell versus Kenny Moore in a foot race. Whew, they haven't never caught me, but we gotta be. Troy Apke's another guy that, you know, we kinda I would like to try to trade for, you know. We've showed interest in him time and time again, and you know I think with us going to be needing a safety next year, we got our safety, we got a backup safety. I mean we could probably put in there, but I think you know, I think we've already got the job filled. We just gotta, you know, call him in as. I'm ready to get this game going. I don't think he's probably necessarily message me back. I could check, but. I mean, he's usually pretty good about getting games and stuff. I just don't know if he's played in a while. Oh, we gotta play a different franchise game. I didn't obviously do it. I put current transfer. Commish. So we gotta face the Texans tonight at 10 or 11:30. So mind the stream and name it Redskins. I'm lazy as fuck.